stream gesponsord door Corné Kuipers. Dankjewel wederom Corné. En laten we nu gaan naar de score. Oké.
Nederlands, Engels, wat gaan we doen?
Oh, sorry. English. Excuse me. Thanks very much. Dus who's playing now?
This is Jelle at the table.
Jelle, great. Okay, so Jelle has a break of 8. And in the meantime, we maybe can hear Raymond Fabry in the background, who's our co-commentator from the bar. And a great opening there for Jelle. Unfortunately, position
just
could
a
have been
little,
better.
I wouldn't say really a pressure shot, but it still needs to make this pink. Because this will really open up for him to make a sizable break here.
Oh, that was...
Here's the thing, now he's opened up the bunch, and Raymond is no stranger of making big breaks either. So this visit already is a very important one for Raymond, because if he can stamp his authority and start with a 40, 50-yard break, he can settle into the match and actually show Jelle that he's there for a reason.
Yeah.
No, that's a poor shot.
A little bit cold to the table apparently, because well, that's a shot he would have put probably 99 out of 100.
I just think it's early bird nerves, because funny enough, he was the last match that was going on, so he was the last player off previous table, but
yeah, he took his time.
Wasn't to be. Jelle is former Dutch champion and former member of the Dutch national squad in pool billiards.
But
and
where's the white ball going?
Almost enough. He's completely missed the pack there. Somewhat consider himself unlucky there, because it was a big margin. I just think he didn't aim low enough on the cue ball there. As I was saying, yeah, he's a former Dutch national squad member, pool player, a very, very good snooker player as well. I remember back in the day, right here in this very same club, we used to be in a youth team where we would play competition nationally. So he knows his way around the table, and you'll get the opportunity to see more of him as this match will progress.
There was a competition for all of the aspiring juniors?
No, we just had a team. So when you play team competition,
Yep.
it wasn't Premier League or something, but we had a team containing out of, I believe, 5 junior players. And for those wondering who, it was Desmond Burio, Jelle Kijlstra, Jarl Hinvelaar, and myself in there. So the 4 of us, and yeah, great times, great memories. And also Jelle was the person who eliminated me. So I know him very well. We had so many practice sessions with each other. He's a handful, to say the least.
Well, in the meantime, since we're live after having been disconnected for some time, don't forget to share on WhatsApp and Facebook. And in the meantime, we will also make sure that this is available for you guys in Q-Score. As long as you guys keep an eye out on any missed pots.
Raymond just spots his first red, gets on the scoreboard. Let's see what he can do with this chance here. The red below the black is the one that is preventing this from being a good scoring visit. So the sooner you can get on that red into the right corner pocket, just across the back of the black, you can really make this a good chance, a good opportunity to score a few. It's hard for me to say whether he's straight enough to roll, go forward and hold for the black here. Seems to be like that because he's queuing high. So he had a wrong angle.
All right, so all the socials have been updated, and now back to the game. Bit of an awkward spot here, especially with the red at the on the cushion all the way at the top. Just a dead weight shot.
It's just one of those where he was more or less guaranteed to leave himself in some sort of trouble because there were no safe spots on the table.
In the meantime, somebody behind me is enjoying that he can see my private WhatsApps with baby pictures. Okay.
Yeah, that was always going to be the problem for Raymond when he was forced to play the safety because he failed to, you know, play position on the black. Now he's faced with a pressure pot. Or is he trying to play safe? No, he went for it.
Wow, what a shot.
Can we look at the other camera angle to see whether he can see actually the blue? Because it seems like he's looking for the potting angle. So I think he is taking this blue one. And you think he would automatically run into the black here. Or can he avoid the black?
Oh, what a great shot. And nice position as well.
Looks, no, it's great, yeah. So not only has he potted the blue, he's managed to get some sort of an angle on the red that is preventing the black to go in both corner pockets, and the black is also bounced just enough off the cushion for it to be pottable. Yeah, I'm not so sure about that one, but it's still okay.
Like to follow through though. That's
Yeah, so what are we looking at? Obviously, it's a deep cut, so either he's almost playing more or less position from the blue where he can attack one of them two reds high up the table, or he's gonna go around the table. Nudge the blue is also fine. Yeah, that's a bit unlucky there. I don't think he can get to either of these reds without being hampered. It's actually maybe worth considering a safety, because if there's not that much value and it's a very risky, tough shot, might as well just play a telling safety, but he fancies it. Yeah, that wasn't really
that's
close, to be honest.
always difficult when you're queuing down on the cue ball. But well, we'll have to wait and see if Jelle can make him pay for it.
Let's see if he's taking this red on.
I think he is. Ooh.
What a great shot. What a great shot. As you just saw in the other angle, you could have easily left multiple reds on, but full-blooded went for it.
Manages to keep it
I mean,
short.
I have to say, Jelle on the qualification day produced at least 3 or 4 or 5 breaks, 50 plus breaks as well.
Great.
So he was really like playing good stuff. And just as
Bit of an
of course,
curse of the commentator strikes again.
everything went wrong. He's not even landed on the right side of the blue. That's a let off for Raymond. The question begs, can he capitalize? Because in all honesty, this is really a inviting table, you know?
Yeah, for sure. Bit of a screw stun shot over for the black, and then well, I think all of these three reds can actually. Okay, never mind. And he leaves a nice chance here for Jelle.
He does.
Although
Let's
with the
see.
pink there, yeah,
Which are we
we're
looking at?
looking at this one. That's a good point. Sorry.
Yeah, so he's got a nice angle on the yellow to come down for these 4 reds, really.
Yep.
The 3 reds lined up and also the red left to them. Ideally, you just want to miss the middle pocket on the high side, so the top
Going for a
long
deep
rail.
screw here on the brown. And beautiful action.
Yeah, nice follow through, nice acceleration you can see there.
And a little bit of running, little bit of side to.
Now, if you've ever watched pool, you should know that playing with the bridge, as they call it, or the res, is not their favorite equipment. It did surpass that test there, but
I'm not sure if that was the right shot, to be honest, because he's very straight on the black now.
it's just off angle, so more or less forced to play for the red down the rail there.
But Jelle is a very steady player, as we
Yeah.
can see.
Yeah, this is frame ball for me. Puts this, get a nice angle on the black.
Yeah.
There's no reason for him not to take this visit and put the first frame on the board.
No, this is practice territory. This is a situation that, well, do you know if Jelle practices with snooker?
Well, if you consider, yeah, he does, but not a lot of solo practice.
No,
So basically,
match
what he
play.
does is just makes a appointment with other players, and then they
Yeah,
just play frames. So that's his practice.
which is fair. This is going to be interesting. I think he's going to go. Can he deep screw it to keep
Yeah, he
to
can hold
hold?
it. Yeah, he can hold that.
Yeah, that's what I was expecting to go into the pack, but nevertheless, still has a ball at his disposal and inching closer to the a 30 break. There we go.
Yeah, Jelle, when he gets on a roll, he can keep this up for multiple frames. Because back in the day when he was playing pool full time, one of his favorite disciplines was straight pool. And straight pool, for those who've ever seen or watched pool, is something that maybe comes closest to snooker and break building. And I've always said this: when you have players that can make, they have their high run, anything above 100, 150 plus balls basically means you could easily make 3 or 4 centuries on a trot. I mean, obviously, it's different territory, different game, but if you can make 160 balls, guarantee you can also make 22 balls in a row
Yeah,
on a snooker table.
but 38 was enough to clinch the first frame, and well, let's see what the second frame will bring us. We might have an interesting co-commentator soonish. Roy Stolk unfortunately was knocked out by Jascha Kiers. Jascha playing very good match snooker, I have to say. I was impressed, and he really had Roy on the ropes. But so that makes makes an interesting commentator perspective. Roy, of course, one of the best snooker players to have been produced.
Arguably the best break builder of we've ever had from the Netherlands. Um, I mean, you could say the only one that's rivaled him would be Stefan, but Stefan isn't really, it's like he has a Dutch passport, but he's not born and raised here.
Yeah,
Um, and yeah, maybe one of his former teammates, Karanchand, also a phenomenal break builder. But these two guys, for me, especially Roy, and the stats don't lie. He's got the most amount of 147s in competition, and he's actually missed a couple of them as well. So could have had easily double the amount. Um, he's, I think, former junior under 21, world under 21 finalist or semi-finalist. Couple of European Championships finals.
and he
Former
played,
pro as
of
well.
course, in England, so that also says a lot.
Yeah, but every credit to Yasha, as you've just mentioned earlier. He was playing a really solid game, and it's nice to see because Yasha and Hugo van Houten, both juniors, they play for the same team and they practice in the same facilities. And funny enough, they always practice with each other the majority of the time. So what these guys both are doing really well is keeping each other sharp. They're both hungry, both motivated, and it's also nice to see that even though Hugo didn't manage to qualify, is still here. And the same thing happened in the Dutch championships where he was knocked out, he still showed up for his mate, who unfortunately lost in the semifinals. But at that moment in time, that was also a big milestone for Yasha. So
Yeah.
every credit for him to beat someone like Roy, who wasn't playing bad either. But it's just lack of match rhythm. He hasn't played for a long time now, and that will creep into your game. Ring rust is a real thing.
Hmm. Well, it would be great to see him play in the national championships in May. They've already been announced, so that would be interesting if he manages to practice some more.
Yeah,
Another contender to the crown, another old school player to come back.
yeah. I mean, he's got the chance to set the record because in all different varieties, he's got the chance to win 10 national titles, which is unheard of, really.
Bit sloppy there, caught a tooth in.
Yeah, this is a nice opportunity for Raymond. If he can somehow get a good control of his cue ball, he could easily be looking at a 30 plus, 40 plus break, and that would really settle him down.
Bit short, but this should still be an easy shot.
Yeah, the right shot here is to play the stun
Yeah,
into the pack. Ideally the red ball right above the black. If you can nudge that one,
they'll spread out.
but there's still pressure on the shot because if he misses it, he will present Jelle the easy opportunity.
Bit unlucky there.
He could consider himself a bit unlucky, yeah. I'm just wondering, does the red pass the pink in the green bag? 'Cause for me, that looks a bit the easier pot. I mean,
No, this
obviously you can
isn't
take
really the
this
right
one, but
perspective.
this is hand-picked queuing and it's also a blind pocket, so these can be
But
easily
it can
missed.
be a bit of a shot to nothing as well because it brings him back to bulk.
That's only if you can miss one of
That's
the
true.
two
Yeah,
reds. But the problem is if you miss it, normally you always leave it hanging over the pocket. Well, this occasion he missed it by such a margin where he's really considered lucky because he's left Jelle hampered, the Chinese snooker we call it. And there's no real path back to the balk as well, so more or less Jelle is forced to do something at least with the red closest to the bottom right corner pocket, because otherwise he will easily leave a easy long pot or a potential long pot for Raymond. Both guys are locals, they both at least reside in The Hague. One of the reasons also we've decided to put this on the stream. But it's also fascinating to watch different styles because
yeah.
Jelle isn't your typical snooker player, but still very astute.
Don't you also play here?
Um, well, yeah, I mean,
Or you're
this is
kind of a
this. No, no, yeah,
snooker
this is
nomad?
no, 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 no. Obviously, when I started out
Yeah.
picking up and playing snooker like really seriously, I started right here, yeah.
Yeah.
But it used to be different. The tables now, obviously, it's impossible for the streamers to watch. They're now on the other side of the building, but
Mm.
they used to be exactly opposite. Now you have a row of a lot of pool tables. Back in the day when I first stepped into this, you only had two pool tables, and it was full of snooker.
Really?
Yeah, and
And I mean, there's already a lot of snooker tables here. The,
no, there were a lot more. And you had the
um,
two midget, the what's that,
I,
the 9 foot
yeah,
or yeah, the
nine footers.
snooker
Yeah.
tables as well. Yeah, and I'll tell you, I mean, we had a great bunch of group who were always here, and it would open from 2. If you some of the days, if you walked in here and it was 2:30, there were like a set of tables where everyone really preferred to practice on, and
Yeah.
you just couldn't get there because they were already taken.
Great.
The good old days. It's also where the first time I actually met Jelle and how we ended up being in each other's team and
Yeah.
great times.
quite a difficult shot this, but yeah, all or nothing. And in this case, nothing. And this gives Jelle, well, still, the way the colors are situated, it's not an easy table to create a commanding
Yeah,
lead.
especially because the pink and the black are out of the equation. So you're doing good if you can nudge the yellow, but yeah, you first need to pot the red. Second prize looks good. Is there a potential long pot on for Raymond here? Yes, he's taking this on. Now the question remains, is he willing to go all in and maybe nudge the red or develop the black or go around and towards the bulk end and hope he lands on one of these four colors there? I think the latter one. Hmm. This is not looking good. It's hard to tell whether the red directly below the black does pass into the left bottom corner. This is something that
I
Jelle is
kind of doubt it.
contemplating. Otherwise, there's also the second red left to the pink, maybe. So the red below the black does go, and if he takes the red, he can also play position for black in the same pocket.
Yep.
That's your speed. Yeah, no, that's not good enough. There's only one good shot really here. Play a good safety, and
Yep.
at all costs you need to cover the red over the bottom left corner pocket.
There's a nice couple of colors there. And well,
But he's not covered the red, I believe. But I think it looks awkward enough and straight enough for Raymond to have a nothing shot, really. Because
a dump shot.
yeah,
He,
but like ideally you just want to get the red out of the way and then play a good safety.
yep.
But you can easily miss these and then leave your opponent with an easy opener.
He's also more or less forced to play for this one, and he does it expertly. Can't
That's a
get
very
all the
good
way
shot.
back up, but yeah, should be able to
I don't know
leave.
if he fancies the blue here. And maybe just go through the.
Maybe from the other perspective.
There's a gap between yellow and brown, which seems to be like a natural angle, but I'm not even sure if he's taking the blue on. He's not. He's playing safe. I don't disagree with that choice.
No.
He's not forcing the issue here.
So quite a couple of balls already potted, but not a lot of points. Another. Oh, that's well. I would never have thought of playing that shot, but
It's a great shot.
it's actually a great shot.
That's
Yeah.
what one of the things I was thinking of was it's interesting to watch different styles
Yeah.
because one thing I will tell you is pool players have a very creative mind when
Yeah.
it comes to shot making because obviously they approach the game different.
Yeah.
And that was evident there.
Dump shots are quite normal, as in I don't know if they are called dump shots in pool, but playing safe just and leaving the white in the middle of the table and still leaving a pretty safe shot is, yeah, quite normal.
I would honestly I would say playing safe in pool is a very high pressure situation because nowadays the level is so high people can easily kick it in or jump it in. So
Yeah.
from that perspective, it actually puts a lot of pressure on performing or executing the shot because you just know you have to nail it. If you don't, you just sell out the match, game, whatever. So that's I think that also plays part into them knowing that they have a lot more wiggle room when they're playing snooker.
Yeah.
This is a key shot here. You can get pot this red, maybe even nudge the red on that's close to the black spot.
Doesn't look like it's safe.
No, it's not. And it's one of those where Raymond really needs to make up his mind. Does he want to take on the red to the right of the pink and play position for the black, or go upwards, put this red, maybe get on the blue ball?
Yeah. nicely dropped in. Although
I don't think
position-wise,
I don't think he's on the blue bar, but I do think that maybe the well no. I thought the yellow might have passed the blue, but it doesn't. Otherwise, he would be on the shot. So he's trying to play the roll up behind the green.
nicely done. Decent shot.
Jelle can still see the red to the extreme left, but it's not a very inviting return for Jelle, really, because he's also glued to the cushion, so he needs to come up with something good here. I mean, in order for the cue ball to travel back towards the bulk, he needs to hit this red pretty thickish, but the problem with that is you can easily get a double kiss. This is why he decided just to go for it, because there wasn't a really clear-cut safety opportunity. It's interesting to see whether he can attack. Well, I think the red that's closest to the black pocket might just surpass the black. Can we see it from this angle? It's not evident to see, but it'll be clear as soon as he gets down on the shot, because he's definitely looking at a putting angle from that red. Maybe just play the screw into the bunch and hold for the black.
Shot.
So now this is, in all honesty, a decent chance for Raymond to extend his lead, at least in the frame. I do think the black is blocked to the left corner pocket, so he needs to get on that red as soon as possible, ideally.
Now, this is a good opportunity to end up there, but
Looks
it
pretty
seems like he's
thin.
not.
I'm not so sure whether he's... Yeah, so he's opted for that. I like that. Solving the problem immediately now might be a bit too much asked to hold for the black. I'm not so sure whether he's got the angle. Maybe he just has enough angle.
Little screw stun shot. Yeah, nicely done. And still has a decent angle on the black to.
Yeah, there are at least 5 reds in the open here. And if you can keep good tight control on the cue ball, you should be able to
Very good shot.
solve these, pick out these 5 reds with colors, and that would already secure the frame because he's already has a 27-point lead.
Run through a little bit far, in my opinion, but it still gives him a natural angle to end up on one of the other reds. Of course, if you are training at this level, you should be able to pot the black from nearly every angle. And Raymond showing that he has been putting in the training hours here.
Yeah, so the lead is 35. If he can make 3 red, 3 blacks, frame would be secure, or even 3 reds and 3 pinks would be the same result.
And it would be nice if he manages to break the highest break on the TV table, so that's a 37.
Yeah, that's shocking. Not in the sense of it's just like if you have someone as good as Raymond, it's hard to believe he not only lost, he basically didn't even show up.
Yeah.
He was there, but he was a shell of himself.
Is the pink block? Yeah, it is. Okay.
Yeah, but the red to the middle is comfortable enough. He has options. He can go for the black or top it off the cushion, and he's completely butchered that.
Oh,
And that's this could be a really important visit here for Jelle. If he can imply some extra punishment, this would really sting for Raymond because there was no reason for him whatsoever to have let this chance slip out of his hands. So let's see which starting opening red he's gonna take, because he's neither of the 3 reds he could potentially take on are looking all too invitable.
I think the red closest to the pink It depends if he's a right-hander. I didn't really pay attention to that, but I think he was.
I just know that he isn't
Here
the
we go.
most comfortable player with the rest. That's why I'm a bit surprised he's
Well,
taken this red on. But
the only shot that we did see with the rest he potted, so
yes,
who knows?
yeah, you can see like even the rest is so close to the cue ball, where it makes it so much harder to aim.
And the distance of the tip to the white ball was also enormous. But anyway, we
That's really a let off for Raymond.
yeah, and well, I think that this is a key shot here. If he manages to sink the red, then he will have position on blue, or yeah, probably blue, I would say.
He could even play a little nudge to the red and try to hold for the pink.
Would you be risking that at this stage in the match?
It all depends what you're comfortable with. This doesn't really looks great. I mean, he can still attack the blue here, but this is one of those. If you miss it, you've still thrown a lifeline to your opponent.
Shot.
It hasn't, so that's important.
He has a really nice follow through, I have to say.
Yeah, he's no stranger to making big breaks. You know, he's had several centuries in his career, so that always indicates that you know the guy who is playing. He knows he can score well. It's safe to say this frame is done and dusted.
Yeah.
Already snooker through quiet stage, so nice for the match as well. You know, both players settling in, and both of them look to be in good form.
Back to the black and see if he can continue the break. A little bit short, or a little bit long, actually, I should say. So around the table.
Yeah, it's not that all that important. Yeah.
Opting for the pink. Nicely done. Why not? Playing it off the cushion.
Yeah.
So there we go. All square. Okay, frame 3. And it's Jelle Kijlstra to break. In the meantime, on the other tables, we have a small update. Sebastian Kan is playing against Amar Chedou, and it's 2-0 to Sebas. At Geels versus René van Rijsbergen, we don't have the score there. And Bas van Kaam, the winner of the last match, versus Jascha Kiers, we don't have the updated score from that either. But Jelle Kijlstra has left Raymond here in a snooker, and is he going to hit the black? That's quite difficult, but he manages to to hit the black there, and nice safety there from Jelle from the break, and the first 7 points on the board. Another attempt at the same shot, and it looks like this time he has hit the pack. Very nicely done. Okay, Arya, I have a question for you as an experienced snooker player. What is your tactic to get out of snookers? Because finding the angle can be quite difficult for a novice player. Actually, for an experienced player, it can also be quite difficult. Do you have a tactic for that?
I mean, uh, here's the thing. It depends all about the situation, the scoreline, everything.
Yeah.
Um, I think it's fair to say that the modern day players always tend to look at not only hitting the object ball, but
Hmm.
try not to leave something open for your opponent.
Yeah.
So the idea behind it is basically try to hit the ball you need in such a way or in such a route where the odds are in your favor that you won't leave an easy pot.
Yeah, but let's focus on finding the angle. Is that something that you do
Yeah, there's several
on?
systems you can use.
Yeah,
I think honestly, it's maybe I'm stating the obvious. If you spend a bit time in investing or studying billiards or pool billiards, fun story. I used to play it as a kid, and I never knew that actually the diamonds, the
yeah,
dots,
me
they
neither.
were actually developed to,
Assist you.
calculate system. I
Yeah,
really didn't know that until years on. I always tended to do that on feeling, on intuition. So yeah, there are several systems where you can easily measure the aiming point. Um, the mirror system, the 2+2 system. But I mean, obviously, if you're not familiar with these systems, they all sound alien to you. But definitely ways to figure out where to aim the cushion in order for the cue ball to take the right direction.
yeah.
But yeah, maybe I think if you want to learn more about that, the aim, not the aiming system, it's about safety or diamond system. If you type in on YouTube diamond system, and then you'll find different methods where you can really calculate the angles.
In the meantime, Jelle has made a nice long blue and keeping the break going. Yeah, the reason why I'm asking is because for me, I think I discovered a new one. For me, at least. Maybe some of you know the YouTube channel Break from Life. It's a fantastic YouTube channel. Honestly, if you're
I'm
a
not familiar with
if
that
you're a
one.
beginning snooker player, it's fantastic. If you're an experienced snooker player, he tries to recreate the best shots of every tournament,
Okay.
and he does that really well. I mean, honestly, he would be a good player here in Holland. But anyway, back to the subject at hand. He mentioned that aiming for so if you're aiming for on the cushion, it's a generic green space. So you're aiming in a blank space pretty much. So what he said is line up for something that's outside of the table. So for instance, aiming for, well, here we have a radiator, for instance, aiming for the right hand side of the radiator, etc., etc. And so this is a way to if you didn't get close the first time, that you can at least know, okay, if I aim for the next I don't know, let's say the drink that's standing there, then you can find the angle every time. And actually, it's really interesting to see. Well, I'm training some new people as well, and that works really well for them as
hmm
well.
I think it all comes down to the reference point. What you need is a reference point.
Yeah,
So when you start and you're trying to get out of a snooker or difficult situation, there is always your aiming point, and it will do you well if you remember the first attempt.
exactly.
Basically, it's the same thing, but
Yeah,
he is implementing a different extra tool where you can actually go, all right, so the next first time I was aiming, below the center pocket, and
yeah.
like you say, there was a drink, but I missed it from the far side, so now I have to adjust. And yeah, it's definitely something that can, if you're aware of it,
Yeah.
it can really enhance your game for sure.
In the meantime, we have to mention that Jelle has broken the highest break on the TV table. He's at the moment at a break of 50. So
Yeah.
great job here, and doesn't look like he's going to stop
No,
anytime
quite a
soon.
few on the table as well. And don't forget, he was the one behind the highest break on the Dutch National Championships. He
Yeah,
made a 95 there. Unfortunately, ran out of position on the green. Otherwise, I'm pretty sure he would have made 100 there. So he won the high break bonus there, and yeah, it's looking really good for Jelle to possibly make a century. I'm hoping I'm not jinxing him, but he's definitely no stranger to making centuries or one visit stuff, which looks to be dead on here for Jelle.
and it's great to have some high breaks on the TV table finally. We were kind of unlucky during the Dutch National Championships. We didn't get any century breaks or anything like that.
hmm
But oh, flicks off the green, a little bit out of position now. But
Yeah, needs a recovery shot to keep his grape going. So.
65 at
And
the
the frame
moment.
isn't, well, no, the frame isn't safe either, because it's still 75 on the table. It will be a tall order for Raymond, obviously, but he's not completely out of this frame just yet. As you can see on your screen as well, 72 behind, 75 remaining. So he has not a lot of wriggle room, but he can still fight back. It's not always like you have to make a clearance. As long as you can get like a 30 break and then play good safety, there's still time to fight yourself back into the frame. But this for me looks to be over because that red has come across that you would presume yellow would make.
Yeah, nice, very smooth.
So that's a 2-0.
Yeah, this is a frame ball, and we didn't expect him to miss that. In fact, he got a little bit too much through the ball.
Interesting fact, Jelle is playing with a carbon shaft. Before he entered the tournament, and this was like weeks leading up to the qualifications. We had a brief chat where he was saying, and we're talking about it's becoming a more and more trend nowadays where you see a lot of players playing with carbon shafts or breaking with carbon shafts. And he was like, yeah, I'm an old school guy. I prefer to see, the traditional cue, which is white, really.
Yeah,
The maples in pool. Some of the snooker players also play with maple, and snooker then it's pine. No, no, it's not pine.
Ash.
Ashwood, yes. Um, and he's like, yeah, I'm more. I'm not really into the carbon, but then all of a sudden he had a shaft, obviously, so
Mm.
he used it, and the main reason behind it is this carbon shaft has a slimmer tip, and he feels he can get more control in the cue ball where he's able to put more side spin.
Oh,
As I said in the previous match with Bas van Kaam, if you have a pull cue or a thicker tip, it's easier to get into the middle of the cue ball.
yeah.
But the downfall of that is if you're having to apply a huge amount of side, or if you're down the tight against the cushion, there's not a lot of the ball you can aim at.
Yeah.
Whereas if your tip is a bit smaller, you can steer the white a bit better.
And of course, the pool tips are also quite flat, not very domed. Um,
I wouldn't say that.
oh, really?
No, the professionals they shape it really nice.
Yeah.
So yeah, yeah, that's not really. It's just the diameters of the
Yeah.
tip.
Okay.
What I would say is that obviously it's actually very common and very normal to play with loads of side. We just had a tournament director pop in, give us a quick score update. Yasha against Bas van Kaam sits at 1-0. The only match we haven't had a score update from is Rene against Ed Geels, but I mean he's massive favorite, Rene, really, even for the tournament, to be honest, because 5-time Dutch champion and a winning machine. I think his best win in this particular tournament came in 2002, where he beat Björn Haneveer in the final. I actually watched that. That was a cracking final.
What a great attempt at a pot there from Jelle. Very difficult queuing, but still went for it. And unfortunately, well, couldn't screw back enough. So Raymond here has an option. I think, well, let's see from the other perspective. Ah, so it wouldn't go. Queuing is at least quite difficult here for Jelle. And of course, playing safe towards the bulk area is well, not really an option with two reds there. But Jelle still manages to screw back. The one of the reds went in front of the middle pocket, so Raymond will definitely be tempted by that. Unlucky, and that means that he'll give Jelle a nice chance here to get this frame, get a bit of a lead here in this frame. Wow, that was a quite impressive amount of side from my perspective to go, but well, five
Yeah,
5 points are worth it
they
apparently.
would never hesitate to play with a lot of sides, you know.
No, like a lot of snooker pool players, I have to say.
Yeah, because I mean, I started off with snooker, so I'm all aware of the, the trying to get the elusive perfect cue action, to be in the center of the cue ball. And as soon as I've had some adventures in pool, the first thing that it really benefited is losing the fear of applying huge amount of side.
Yeah,
It's the first thing I've taken away from pool or by playing pool is sometimes you just need a lot of side to create an angle, and you'd see even nowadays, especially with the the brand new class, the very fast class they use on the TV tables, when players are faced playing shots with huge amount of side. Not most of them, they're really tentative.
yeah.
Um, yeah, but in case of Jelle, he would not even flinch to play with huge amount of side. What's gone wrong there? Tried to nudge the red to the right of the bunch.
End of break, but still a nice 22 on the board.
It's early days, but from what I've seen recently and also by practicing and playing with Jelle, for some reason he's very good in nurturing a lead. So when he gets in front, whether it's 20, 30 or 40 points, he most of the time ends up winning it. For some, I think he's tactically deserves a bit more credit than you would probably give him
Mm,
beforehand.
yeah,
So that's one thing I've really noticed is a trend where when he gets in front, he just just ends up winning the frame and protects its lead. So that's I know it's early days to say that because it's only 22 points, but it's something that to keep an eye on because I mean for him to opt to play safe or take a different tactical route also indicates he's very aware of the importance of this particular frame
yeah.
to close out the match because it's only still a race to the three and he's 2-1 to the good. So
I can see Raymond eyeing up this red. Maybe it goes into the green pocket, or
maybe it even goes in the center pocket actually. No, you're right.
still miles off, and leaves a chance. I'm not saying
Oh,
it's a gimme, but
can he get to the red to the left of the yellow?
oh, that's actually
Do you know what? I thought for a second there, yellow was looking like a potential plan to the middle.
mm,
No, so he's taking this long pot on.
shot.
Yeah, that's a
Beauty.
cracking pot. Pace looks to be good, or look like that. Yeah, this is make or break, you know. So if he puts this black and gets some sort of a connection with the pack, could be a great chance for Jelle to be the first player to book his spot in the semi-final. It was a long way off though, has to be said, and he hasn't got away got
Yeah,
away with it. So
this red to the blue.
I'm not saying
Pocket.
it's an easy pot, but it's better than nothing, right?
It's better than a kick in the teeth, as they say. Oh wow, that angle must have been very different than I expected.
I just, for me, this actually indicates his mindset. I think he was worried of, he didn't fancy the pot to the middle, and he was taking it on in this way, where he couldn't leave the red, that can't pass the green, but that's actually a negative mindset. Yeah. So
And
René van Rijsbergen, as you would expect, favorite, big favorite, not only for that match but for the tournament. He's 2-0 up against Ed Geels. So it's looking good for my teammate, team captain as well. And
do you actually play in the team competition?
I,
Yeah.
yeah, I do.
Oh, okay.
Not that often because of other,
Responsibilities.
but yeah, I do. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I haven't seen you in the results that often, so that's why I asked. So Jelle missing an uncharacteristic
Yeah, but
shot, but he was
he's
trying
the
to force.
is the sucky part for it if you're a Raymond fan. I mean, he's just knocked black safe.
Yeah.
And Raymond is the one who's behind, so really it would be in his favor to, open this frame up without giving Jelle another easy opener.
Yeah, choosing to put the white there, hoping that brown or green would block the red so that the safety wouldn't be this easy, as you can see. Still, red has got a lot of pace, and it seems like Raymond might be able to reach it from here. Obviously not for a pot, unless he's very daring, but it wouldn't really result in anything. Yeah,
Just the containing
good
safety.
shot. Although, once more, it's the angle to put him in dire straits is quite easy. Yeah, great. He found the angle, not the pace though.
So just a little moment ago, I just told you the a trend I've seen with Jelle is his ability to nurture his lead and defend his lead.
Mm.
That was a great indication there. He could have easily tried to force the issue, but he's keeping the pack tight, and he's just cherry picking. He's not taking undue risks, especially for the black being where it is.
Oh wow.
I didn't see his hand up, so
Me
I'm
neither.
thinking he did spot the plant. But then again, if he did spot the plant, I'm a bit.
Well, the pack was disturbed a couple of shots ago. So,
I'm just a bit surprised with his cue ball. So
oh,
I'm a bit tempted. I tend to lean to think that it was a fluke. This is a big shot because it looks like he's taking on the yellow. If he makes no, he's queuing down, so he's trying to play safe here. Oh no,
both were correct
no,
indeed,
no, no.
Arya.
I was completely off.
Well, he was queuing down. That's
I thought he was playing safe, but he just smashed it in the middle bag.
great shot. Love to see the aggressive or positive play, I should say.
Hmm. Rest shot again though. See how close his rest is, but he makes him.
I love
He's
these
on a
shots.
roll. He's on a
I
roll.
love these shots. The ones that you're just on the other wrong side of the blue and then force it around the angles.
I hate them.
Really?
I rather be perfect on the blue.
Yeah.
To be
Okay.
honest
Okay.
with you.
Of course, I would never play to be on the wrong side of the blue,
I
but I
hate
love them.
being on the wrong side of the blue, in fact, to be honest with you. That's only because I'm the biggest fan of Ronnie, and you can count on one hand how many times he gets on the wrong side of blue.
That's true.
But I get your point, you can let the Q arm go.
It's
But
just a
this,
beautiful shot if you succeed.
I mean, that's
Speaking of,
honestly a bit of a poor shot there from Jelle. Because if you're Raymond right now, all you can hope for is to get one more visit at the table, because it's
no, but
not
this
really
red
looking
will go.
likely.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Just as I've said that, he gets one final lifeline for me, really. And I'm not saying this is an easy chance whatsoever, but I mean, he needs to make something out of this. Because he's trailing 47 points. Black is safe. Pink doesn't look completely free. He needs to start make something happen and quickly.
In the meantime, the ice cubes are being fetched, so I'm sorry for the background noise, guys. Long blue here. Straight in the middle of the pocket, great.
Yeah, it's important for Raymond to get as soon as possible on the pink. He
Yeah.
needs to get the pink in the game.
Do or die here.
Can we look at the other angle?
Of course.
So he has the angle to play a little nudge on the red to the right of the pink. He can even avoid it if he wants to. Still needs to make this pink. It's not unmissable. And the thing is, when you're not playing on brand new cloths or on club tables, there's always a throw. So you need to be cautious. And some tables have a lot more throw than others. So usually you're tending to aim at the far pocket, far jaw. And then if you play at the right speed, it will drop in. But some tables, it just goes straight through.
Took his eye off the pot there.
I don't think he took his eye off the pot. He just played it in a positive way where you couldn't drift. But yeah, it was missable. And that was really his chance, his opening to maybe fight back into the frame. As you can see how comfortable Jelle potted that
Yeah.
red, and he's landed absolutely plumb on the blue. This is game over for me.
Oh, sorry, wrong perspective. My bad.
No worries. Yeah, this is game over.
Actually, now we're going back to the other one. Nice, perfect position shot.
And I'll tell you what though, Jelle is a force to be reckoned with. You can see he's literally growing in confidence by each shot. So don't take this man lightly. And I can guarantee you he's still got a lot more to give as well.
Yeah, there's 10 points the
Yeah,
difference.
there's the handshake.
Yeah.
So it's official. Jelle is the first player to book his spot in the semi-final where he will play.
Yeah, where he will play the winner of Sebastian versus Amar. We haven't had an update from that. I mean, the last time we had an update was 2-0 for
So it's
Sebas.
looking likely to be Sebas.
Well, I
That's
mean,
going to be a good game as well if that happens. I mean, I'm still rooting for my teammate Amar here, but yeah, odds are not looking into his favor. Keep an eye on the stream. We'll be back shortly
yeah,
and provide you with some updates. Maybe we can put the Q score on the,
for sure.
or if you want to refresh the stream, then it's
No, well, we'll definitely show Q score here for a second. Give us a
give you guys a
moment.
bit of a update. And then we'll be back as soon as the next match is announced. Thanks for listening and see you in a bit.
Yes. Okay, ladies and gents, we're about to start commentating on the rest of this game. Yasha just conceded the third frame, so it's 2-1 to Bas. This is just a little bit of an extra, obviously, since well, the camera perspective is kind of messed up, but nevertheless, we hope to entertain you guys. And well, I'm going to hand over the microphone to my co-commentator for this match, none other than David Hiwat, all the way from Groningen. Welcome.
Yes. And a shout out to Leeuwarden because I'm from Leeuwarden. Sorry, people. Sorry.
Oh yeah, okay.
But I'm
So
playing for Groningen, Tasmania, and Q Action, of course. All right. And I like it here.
so Yasha, obviously one of the talents. Previously, he was a junior, and
Yeah.
he made it all the way to the semi-finals of the Dutch National Championships, and well, he's playing. Well, he qualified. Did he? No, he was a placed. He placed himself for
For
this
this one, yeah.
this one, so he
Yeah.
didn't have to qualify.
Yep.
That's obviously thanks to his results in the previous 3 tournaments, if I'm not mistaken.
I think so.
But well, we just commentated on the game between Jelle and Raymond, and that ended 3-1 in favor of Jelle, the pool player. And
A really good pool player.
yeah, for sure.
And also a very good snooker player.
Yeah. And well, Bas is also a pool player. And in the meantime, we might get an update on René. I think René won 3-0 from Ed. And Sebastian also won 3-0. Okay, so, well, this is the last game that we're commentating then. Yes, we saw. Thanks very much.
Yes.
So while we wait
Yeah.
for them to show up, we might as well quickly have a peek at the current standings. As you can see here, we have Bas versus Yasha still undecided, but the other 3 games have already been played. So we know that Sebastian will play against Jelle Kijlstra, and René van Rijsbergen will play against the winner of this match. Well, René, of course, well, wasn't he?
At the moment now, the favorite, I think,
Yeah, well,
for winning this tournament.
he's the biggest name. That's
The biggest name,
and
yeah.
of course
Yeah.
that doesn't immediately make you
Yeah.
favorite, but that's an
Ah.
Thanks very much. René has
Inside info.
win this tournament 3 times.
3 times. Yeah, I
So
saw
that's,
it on the wall. They have pictures on the wall here.
Oh, great. Okay, a nice Hall of Fame.
Yeah. So, but these young guys, Jascha Kiers and Hugo van Houten, I know them. I know them for quite a little long. Little kids growing up to be good snooker players. Cool guys. I like them. Mm,
And we have to break off here from
Ah,
Bas.
yes, here we go. Well, I'm for Jascha, of course. Of course. I know him for
It makes
a
sense
while.
that you're rooting for the person that you saw grow up
Yeah.
in the sport. So yeah, that's
Yeah, really grow up. Like Hugo van Houten also.
still here as
Yeah.
far as I know. The
Yeah.
big mop of orange auburn hair.
Yeah.
Yasha playing a containing safety. So once more after this, when this round has finished, we will quickly close the stream and restart it.
Wow.
But we can
It's a
focus
nice
on
spot.
this because Bas has, well, got that red straight in the middle of the
Yeah.
pocket and a nice
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 on the
situation.
black.
Yeah. The only drawback is that the pink is a little bit tied up,
Oh yeah.
but black is available in both pockets. And Bas has plenty of cue power. I don't know if it was necessary, to be very honest, but he
I think it's in the pool player
yeah.
to play sometimes a hard ball. Wow.
So he'll end up playing for blue here. I would say that the red, it's very hard to say from this perspective, but the red immediately above the black, if you're centered, looks like that one would go, but he's
He's playing the other one. Wow.
good shot.
All right. Up the table. I think he's going for the green.
Yeah, I've seen the pool players play some very deep screw shots here on during this Hague Open. By the way, I have to do a quick shout out to the Den Haag Snooker Club. They have also sponsored this tournament. They put in €500 for
all right.
to the prize pot.
Nice.
So that's well worth a shout out.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
yeah, definitely you
Oh,
have to come to Delta Snooker
you
Centrum.
have to come to
It
Delta.
is it's a beautiful beautiful snooker centrum,
It
and
still is. It
it,
still
it
is.
it
It
has the
still is.
biggest the largest amount of snooker tables that and they are
At the
also
moment, yeah. Yeah.
well maintained. So yeah.
I have
And
one question for, I think, let's say Michel at the moment. If I don't know if he's listening, but why not the Dutch Championships here? Why not?
well,
That's my question.
I know that
Michel de San,
well,
the same?
obviously it's not only Michel that that is
No, no,
involved
no.
in that decision making, but to be honest, I know that there was some talk of that. Wait a second. In the meantime, I think Yasha just potted a red while I was alt-tabbing around, so that wasn't that handy. Yeah, he did. So what I heard was that Zouhouders, what the owners of the snooker club,
Yeah.
were not all of them very enthusiastic to host the Dutch national
Okay.
championships, um, and well, so I think that might be a factor.
Okay.
But it's nice to have loads of tables at your disposal.
Yeah.
And well, I heard from somebody who works here that they replace the cloths every 2 years,
Yeah.
well, and that they're approaching that moment in time that they should be replaced. I know that oh, I already counted that red, but it didn't go in. So yeah, who knows? Maybe that's a nice one to aim for May. But I have the sneaking suspicion that it has already been decided where the where the next.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Obviously, I don't know where. But who knows? It might be here. But definitely worth going to The Hague for well a nice snooker experience.
Yes. It's a nice venue. West End look like it when you see it here.
Yeah,
It's nice. Very nice.
we're just very jealous, to be honest. I mean, in up in the north, we have a couple of venues,
Yeah.
but
I'm really quiet, but when I see it here and when I see West End and Maasluis and lots of other names to name, I'm jealous.
yeah,
Very jealous. We have Q Action in Groningen. They have 7 tables or 6. I think 6 or 7. Then you have in Drenthe, Emmen, you have also 6 or 7 tables. But when you're here, they call it the Randstad. Then yeah, the tables are very good, very very good.
in the meantime, I'm getting some WhatsApp messages saying, "Ah, well, it can always be better." Yeah, I'm sure it can, but if you look from our perspective,
Yeah,
everything is better. And that also I mean, obviously, people pay a hefty price here to play snooker as well. Up
yeah,
in the north, we're blessed in
we're
that
blessed,
sense.
very blessed.
Um,
Yeah.
and then you can't expect as much either, to be honest.
Well, in Q Action Groningen, they have
Yeah, they replaced
yeah,
the sorry, they replaced the cloth,
yeah,
and
on all tables there.
they're starting to
So
play nicely.
yeah,
In the meantime, I think I have to quickly count how many reds are still on the table because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, great. The count is still accurate. Unfortunately, we can't see what Yasha is playing for, but it was an attempt at a safety. Not too successful, to be honest, because the red
In the middle?
will cut to the middle pocket.
Yeah.
Actually, it's not even a cut, really. It's well,
He's going for it.
definitely is, and I would say that he's mad if he wouldn't.
Wow.
Shot there from Bas, and well, has to
Yeah.
be a little bit lucky here.
Can also take the green. I think he's going for the blue. He's looking
Well, I think
around.
green is the best shot because obviously the red to the yellow pocket is there. So, I mean, you shouldn't always be too focused on the amount of points. Red might be hampering him a little bit for queuing the green though. So
Oh yeah. Yeah.
we'll have to see. So it seems like Bas has made up his mind, proving me wrong again.
Yeah. I thought so. Whoa! I thought he was going for the blue, but I didn't expect him to miss that one. Jasha attempting for a pot. Smooth. Don't. Jasha's for a red, and then he has to take on the black. Difficult black. Very difficult black.
Sorry, I missed a pot probably because I was checking.
Yeah. Was Jasha.
Yeah, okay.
Very difficult black. I don't know. We have still some old school players here,
No, I mean
like
this is
Roy Stolk and
definitely a black that. Yeah.
wow, that was a really great putt. And like Raymond Fabry, they are still in the building. I like it.
Yeah.
They are not
Showing
leaving.
showing their support for
Yeah,
the rest of
yeah,
the snooker game.
that's nice. Very nice. It's a nice spot from Yasha.
To be honest,
With the rest?
it's an yeah,
Yeah.
especially with the rest, but it is an angle that I would expect him to train on. And wow, there we go.
Wow, he's on. He's oh a little bit hampered.
Still an angle that I would expect him to.
Maybe the green? No. I don't know.
To be honest,
Long pot.
it's hard from
Oh,
this
he's going for
perspective.
the
But
black. He's feeling okay. He's feeling okay.
are you sure? Is he not maybe just playing a safety because that's the area where it would be safe? Yeah. See, no, he's not. He went for the
He
pot.
went for the black.
Okay, well,
Tin cut.
I mean, once more, these camera angles do give us a kind of a strange perspective, but it's I I'm surprised that he went for that.
We got lucky here. There's nothing for Bas. Oh, he's going for the double. No. Nice safety. Yeah, it's on the cushion.
Good enough. Yeah.
He's going for the pot. He's going for the pot. Wowzers.
That was really close.
Ooh. But now is... Oh yeah. On the yellow pocket there's a red.
Yeah, but the red to the green pocket is more has a more natural angle for him. He won't be. I mean, he's a right-handed player, if I'm not mistaken.
Isn't he hampered on the other red? Oh, he's going for the red in the middle.
No, he's not. He's going for the long red.
Oh yeah, I see.
And
Wow,
nice shot. Great
nice.
shot.
It's nice, it's nice. Oh, who's there? It's Arias Rabi. I like him, I like him. So, he potted the yellow Bas. Nice.
I wonder if he's has he blocked the red? Yeah.
Oh, he blocked it. Maybe the yellow to the green pocket.
The red to the green pocket, yeah. Yeah.
Question for you, Bram.
Mhm.
How long are you doing this with the live streams?
That's a good question. I think we had the first tournament in Tasmania in 2019.
Oh,
Somebody shared a picture of me with a huge head of hair.
way back into time?
Yeah, but
A
the
little
thing is,
back.
I
A
thought
little back.
my first reaction was, oh yeah, COVID. But no, that was pre-COVID, so
Yeah,
I have no excuse for having such a big head
yeah.
of hair. But yeah,
It's nice that you are doing this.
well, I mean,
Very
I
nice.
did it years before that with gaming, and that's
Ah,
kind of how I realized. Oh wait, I can combine two of my favorite things: snooker and being technical. And
yeah,
I don't know. I like arranging these kinds of things, and
it's
it's
nice.
often appreciated. So that's
Yeah, very appreciated in all the Netherlands. So you're doing well.
in the
Good
meantime, though,
responses.
it's quite a close frame here. No real clear
Ooh,
winner, but Bus is starting to create a bit of a lead. So if he plays kind of a stop shot here on the yellow, he'll have an easy red to the blue pocket. From there on, I don't really see. Yeah,
maybe the red in the middle.
it's a bit of a
He
yeah,
wants to cut
it's
it.
it's a bit of a messy table, to be honest. But it is good. Ah, there we go.
That was Raymond Fabry with his high. I like him, I like him.
There we go.
Nice ball. So,
With this angle, he can go back to black.
yeah. Yeah, it's good. Very nice, very nice. He's on the black. But after the black. Alright, yeah. Yeah, he's going for the black. Follow through, I think.
Yep.
Very nice, very nice. Yeah,
Great technique.
nice.
So a break of 22, one yellow, no, two yellows,
Two
two
yellows.
blacks.
Yeah.
It's not often that you see that combination. And 20 points the difference now. So if you can string a couple more, he'll start to get in winning territory.
Think he's too straight on this one.
Yeah, I don't really know what the next shot is, especially to find an angle to the most right hand,
Then it's
the
brown.
red on the right hand side.
For an angle, he needs brown. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
brown. Wow.
great shot. And does he have the speed? Yeah, enough speed to make it. Oh,
Whoa. I
is
don't
it blue
know. I
blocking?
don't know. I don't know this
Yeah,
one.
it definitely is.
End of break, I think. Hmm. But Bram,
Yeah.
I heard you are giving lessons. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So if anybody is in the north of Holland, not North Holland, but in the
Yeah.
north of Holland, so in Groningen, yeah, you're more than welcome to contact us.
Okay.
At the moment, the website is not doesn't have a lot of information, but snookergroningen.nl.
Okay.
But
It's a beginning. It's a start.
it's a start indeed. Um,
Snookergroningen.nl.
We've got some juniors there playing and a lot of parents as well, so that's nice. Um, but I have to say that if you're looking for a good snooker coach in the west of Holland, you could do worse than contacting Corné Kuipers.
Corné.
Yes, indeed.
He's good. He's very
He
good.
definitely is.
Yeah.
So snookercoaching.nl
Yeah.
is he has his own facility, and my
Very nice
God, what a
facility.
lovely facility!
Very nice facility.
Yeah,
I've been there. Very nice facility.
I'm just slightly jealous.
A little bit, little bit, little bit.
No, but great guy.
Yeah, I like Corné.
He also used to coach the Dutch juniors.
Oh,
I
I
don't
didn't know that.
I don't know if there's much activity in from the Dutch juniors, to be very honest, but you can definitely go to snookercoaching.nl. And yes, that is sponsored, but you're not allowed to say anything that you don't believe in yourself.
Yeah,
So I,
we believe in you, Corné.
we do.
Don't worry about that.
In the meantime, let's focus on this game. We're
On this
still
game, yeah, sorry,
Yasha
because
has a chance, or is it?
a little bit of a chance he's going
Yeah.
to the middle.
I mean,
And then he can hold for the pink.
three yellows, three reds.
Yeah, he held it for the pink. A difficult pink now,
I
but
wouldn't say, yeah. I really think this is a quite difficult one, especially to hold for position. Let's put it that way.
maybe he can take the red to the yellow pocket.
Yeah, I think he'll be forced to, but we'll have to wait and see what Yasha
Yeah.
does here because honestly, he's the man with the skills,
Wowzers, wowzers, wowzers,
and he
wowzers,
goes
wowzers,
around the
wowzers,
angles.
wowzers, wowzers.
Oh,
Does it
that's a bit
reach? No,
unfortunate.
it doesn't reach. It doesn't reach.
And in fact, he's hampered now for the red to the yellow pocket. So that's yeah, hard luck.
Here we go. Nice stand. Nice bridge hand. And away.
And
Wow,
oh
wow, wow. Wait a minute.
no, Brown is
No, he
not coming
left
to
it.
his
He
rescue.
left it. He left it.
This might
This might be the end.
yeah, this might be the end.
This
Indeed.
might be the end.
Yeah, sure. No, Brown for sure.
Brown, eh? Yeah, yeah.
Brown to the red.
Hmm. Oh, he's going for the black. I didn't see that one.
Wow, I'm I must have been blind as well.
Yeah, I was looking for the brown. I thought, oh,
Probably all of the viewers were yelling at their
yeah,
screen saying, well, "What about the black?" No, color blind. I'm sorry,
yeah,
guys. And well, 43
yeah.
on the table,
I think this
and
is
now
over.
yeah.
Sorry for Jascha, but this Bas van Kaam is playing well, very well.
So two pool players in the semi-finals,
Ah, yes.
and I have to
They
sneak
can meet each other? Yeah, they can meet each other
in
in
the
the final.
finals. Yeah.
Wow.
Don't get your hopes up. I'm rooting for the snooker
Yeah.
players.
Yeah, of course, of course. I'm also playing pool, but when I play pool, I play it with a snooker cue, and yeah, that's
So
it for me.
this is frame ball here, and the double. I don't know. I don't think the double's on, to be honest. I would have been surprised, to be honest, if we would have played for the double.
Mm, he's looking at the score. So let's see what he's going to do. He's still thinking about it. Here we go. Looks like a safety.
Yeah, for sure. Surprising that he doesn't get out the rest.
He went for the pot.
Yeah,
Oh,
shot to nothing,
shot
I
to
think.
nothing. Oh,
And look where he's ended, where he's left Yasha
yep. 35 on the
on a
table.
certain creek without a paddle. This is well, I think
Wow.
he can pass. From my perspective, I would say, but once more, we've got a very distorted perspective. But he should be able to hit the red, pass the brown, pass the blue, and
Yeah,
then hit the bottom.
he's looking at it. Yeah, he has one chance for it.
Yep.
Oh,
Oh,
he can hit it
he's going to swerve it.
directly.
No, I think he's going to swerve it.
I think it's over. He hit the pink. Very sad. But
And it looks
40 the
like
difference.
congratulations are in order. I would be surprised if he. But is it a free ball?
Hmm.
I don't know. It's very hard to say. No, so congratulations are not yet in order, but we're getting close. Obviously not fall and a miss because there's snookers required.
Oh, it's a free ball. Wow. All
What
right,
a
all right, all
shot!
right. So this is the guy called Bas van Kaam. Really good.
Yeah,
Very nice.
obviously that's an extra red now on the table. So
Yeah. More snookers needed for Yasha.
yeah, but not that many because there's still the original red on the table. So this is just 3 points. So I think no, there were five points the difference, and now there's 8. Um,
Ooh.
so oh, sorry, I think I miscounted obviously, but yeah, 10 points the difference, or 10 points required, I
Yeah.
should say, additional 10 points. Bas would do good here to leave Yasha snookered. That's a little bit sloppy in my
Yeah.
opinion. It could have been a lot better. And if I was Yasha, I wouldn't give up just yet. No, exactly. Glad to see Yasha still putting in the effort. Oh no, see, so the difference, yeah, exactly. So still 2 snookers required.
Hmm.
I did say it correctly.
Think it's over.
If Yasha leaves Bas here, and Bas has been very good from the cushion.
Yep.
Jeez.
Wow. He cannot miss.
I'm really impressed by his cushion
Yeah.
shots, and there we go. Congratulations are
Yeah.
in order,
Wow.
and
Nice.
indeed, we hear the tap on the table, and that was
Very
a really
nice.
nice match.
Very nice.
Thanks everybody for watching. We will be back with one of the semi-finals. I'll quickly show it to you in. So and I'll quickly. So it was 3-1 for Bas. So that means that we have in the semi-finals we've got René van Rijsbergen versus Bas van Kaam, and on the other table we've got Jelle Kijlstra versus Sebastian Kan. Thanks very much for watching. We'll be back in a couple of minutes, I would say. Just keep an eye out for youtube.com/@ snooker TV NL
Yep.
for some reason. Anyway, be right.